What's up, guys? So, just real quick, I really just wanted to get a video of this tower that I've been talking about on the channel and meaning to build in for. I've had this case in my possession for like a year now, and I wanted everything to be perfect in the build. I mean, every time I'd go to get ready to build in it, I would be like, no, I don't want to do it like that. I want to make sure I have this kind of part, or I don't know. But I finally got it how I wanted it and got it built. And I'm not gonna lie, this one's gonna be kind of sad when I part with it. If it doesn't sell, then I may just have to keep it because I'm in love with this case. I mean, it was a dream to build in. ThermalTake did such a good job designing this case. It's so unique. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. But as usual, this is not a sponsored ad or video. And I will say for sure there is some drawbacks, just like with everything, nothing's as good as it seems. But I am getting ready to do the giveaway. It was actually the 15th. We've already, chosen the person, and they're going to be here around 7 o'clock. It is 5:48 right now in my neck of the woods, and I just really wanted to get some footage of this PC before I boxed it up. The PC he's getting is about to be put on display. I'm still deciding if I want to just put the tower out and turn it on and then be like, and by the way, you also get a full setup, and bring out the keyboard and the mouse and all that. Or if I wanted to set it all up to where, he sees what the full setup looks like all together. But if I do that, I'm going to have to box it all back up before he leaves. So I still got to decide on that. But for sure, we want to box this baby up because we don't want him mistaking this for the giveaway computer. I do have this thing listed for $850. If somebody offered me $8, I'd probably take it, honestly. But like I said, it's gonna be a little harder to hold steady on this one because I really, really like this case. And let's just go ahead and get into what the main drawbacks and whatnot are on it. Hit you with that first. First and foremost, the number one bummer about this case, which I feel like they could have combated some. Like, this is all the I/O you have. You have 2 USB A's and 1 Type C. Like, with what I'm about to tell you next, I would think they would put as much I/O as they could in this thing. I mean, especially since, believe it or not, this is a micro ATX case, by the way. This thing is massive when you have it in the vertical position like I do. The case itself was like $150, but for $30, you get this stand and like a additional cap. Normally, if you don't spend that $30, there's just like feet on the bottom of it and it stands up horizontally. But I don't know. It's just so unique. I love the way that it looks laying like this. It reminded me of like a Halo pod or something, like some kind of capsule. But yeah, I mean, everything on it's tool free. So that was the big plus about it. Everything's magnetic. You just push it and it just pops off. Everything comes off. And I mean, like, everything. Like, you can strip this baby down to bare bones, making it super easy to build in, where like you have a bunch of room. But here's the drawback. Well, it's probably easier to see here. It does come with 2 140 mil fans in the top, non-ARGB, which you can see there. But if you look, this reflection of this light is really like messing things up. But if you see the I/O in there, you notice there's no I/O shield because you actually don't need one. So if you were to build in this case and you're one of those guys that found a used motherboard and you don't have an I/O shield, which, by the way, that is a trigger for me. Like, I hate it when you see flippers on YouTube that are like, oh, I lost the I/O shield or it didn't come with one. Bro, you can find those on eBay or somewhere for literally like $5. I've had it happen to me. I looked on eBay. I spent $5. I got the proper IO shield in for it. Do not sell people a computer without an IO shield. That's just so ghetto to me. But anyway, that's rant over. But on to another rant about this case. I guess they couldn't avoid it, but again, no IO shield. You notice your IO is in there, so like, kind of hard to get to that, right? Like, all these reflections are really messing everything up here, but my whole point here is, let me unplug this stuff. I can show you. Every time you want to get to the IO or plug anything in, including like your HDMI and everything, like there is a little slot back here. Hit that light. Where, you know, a little pass through for like your HDMI and stuff to plug your monitor in. And this pops off, but there's two thumb screws here where you actually have to open this, which you can do with it running. You just have to be careful. But you have to open this part to be able to get to your IO, man. It's like that part is, I mean, I guess it was unavoidable on their part. And to have such a crazy design, there was going to be some drawbacks, but they've already put the Tower 600 out, which is a full ATX version of this. I'm just going to leave that like that for now. They've already put that Tower 600 out, and I haven't checked it out yet, which is going to be tempting not to, you know, make that my personal case, even though this one's already massive. But hopefully they've innovated and figured out some way around that to where it at least has more IO on the front. But that was the only drawback, really, honestly, guys. Other than that, I freaking love this case, man. I mean, it's just, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it. It's the most unique case. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is some crazy off-the-wall cases out there. They do exist, but this one is like not too over the top, man. I couldn't see any other case being like as cool as this one, especially in a world of just everything's fish tank cases. And this still has the nice visibility everybody loves, but I mean, it also, by the way, will take a 420 mil rad as well as a 360. Like, let's go over the specs in it, I guess. I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry. I'm trying to rush through this video because I need to get this thing put up and get ready for the kid to come over for the giveaway PC. But I probably should have led with that. This is a 2070 Super with an i5 8400 and 16 gigs of Oloy Warhawk RAM. I thought the RAM was pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever used any... Actually, I take that back. I've used Oloy before, if I'm even pronouncing that right. But it's on an ASRock motherboard with... like I said, it comes with two 140 mil fans. I added an additional 140 mil fan and then a 360 mil SAMA radiator, AIO. And the performance has been great. Like, I've already checked it like on 3D Mark. It got really, really good scores. That AIO is keeping that baby cool. I mean, I know it's just a little i5. It's probably overkill for it. But it's got a 750 watt Corsair fully modular power supply. So there's definitely an upgrade path. I know 8th gen is a little older, but you know, it's Intel and we're definitely staying away from 13th and 14th gen. Not to mention, it cost me about $635 to build this case. I mean, to build this whole PC. So we kept our budget pretty low there for such an awesome, you know, computer. Like, I think that's a pretty reasonable budget to get that done. I did add red and black cable extensions. I think those look pretty sweet. you know, as y'all know, my theme of my personal setup's red and black. So again, just one more thing that makes me partial to this build. I did throw in, like with all my builds, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi adapter. And shout out to Toasty Rose again. If anybody watched the video where I was like building or talking about the giveaway PC, that adapter came in handy again. This motherboard didn't have Type-C, and the case itself did. But there's these adapters. If I think about it, I'll link it in the description. There's these adapters you can get that plug into your USB 2.0, and then your Type-C can plug into that. It's like $10 on Amazon. Those things are nice addition. I actually, second time I've used them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and once we get through the Christmas madness and holiday madness, I'm probably just gonna order like 10 of those things just so I can have them on deck all the time, because they've been super handy for 2 builds in a row. But yeah, it's been a really fun case to build in, and I really think it was worth the wait. You know, waiting as long as I did because I wanted everything to be perfect, and I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I should have much better, more clear audio. I got the Hollyland Lark M2 lavalier mic, or however you say it, and so my audio should be much better. I don't know if anybody that's been following along, I've been having all kinds of issues trying to get a proper mic that works, that I'm happy with. And so far, so good. I love everything that it came with. It even came with little stickers where if you don't want to rock the Hollyland logo, it has like all these stickers it came with where you can put like a little emoji face over it or just black it out. But the only drawback to it, that I'll probably do a full review on this mic, so I'm kind of getting into something totally different here, but the only drawback I did find is I film with my phone, so there's multiple versions of the mic you can buy. I obviously got the, I have a Google Pixel, so I got the Type-C receiver that goes with the mic, and I cannot plug that receiver in without taking my OtterBox completely off, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but you know, I'm just happy I actually have a working mic where you guys can hear me better now, and I'm not just using my phone audio, especially because I have a butcher channel as well, and whenever I'm doing any butchering, you know, a hands-free mic like this where I can move around and not be right in front of my camera, because I'm usually filming myself, is gonna come in clutch for sure. But anyway, I think I've kind of rambled and rushed through this video. I just really wanted to show you all this build before I boxed it up. Again, can't say enough good things about building in this case. It's been a dream. Like, it really was fun to build in. And if it wasn't so expensive, I would probably be building it again and using it for flips. But you know, being the nature of the beast and trying to keep my budget low on these flips, because everybody wants budget builds, the higher end computer you build, the harder it is to sell for me in my area. It's been a pretty good year. Like, I'm really hoping, you know, this has all been a learning experience. It's the first year I've done any of this, really. The YouTube channel, the PC flipping. I didn't have a lot of PC flipping or building knowledge prior, but I think I've learned a lot this year, and starting next year, you know, I want to keep that trend going. I want to keep growing, and starting next year, I do want to start trying to utilizing sites like Jawa or platforms where, you know, I have a wider audience, but it will cause me to have to ship. But I mean, that's, I think, a fair trade-off for the fact that I'll have a much wider audience, because, you know, I'm in East Texas, and it's just, you know, we got a lot of country folk. PC flipping is not easy around here, it seems. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and box this baby up. I just wanted to show y'all the build before I put it up. Peace.